Good day, ladies and germs. Mark Bursteiner here. Are your pants fancy? Because if they're not, they're about to be. So these are three of the best mobile games that are paid that I've been playing very recently, and I hope you enjoyed them. First up, we're gonna take a little throwback. Way back in the day, there was a PSP game called Lumines that I was obsessed with. This game is fan-freaking-tastic. It's a Tetris slash music DJ mashup. Every movement you make in the game is reflected in the music that you're hearing too, which is super cool and super fun. So all the sounds change from one song to another, and the goal here is all you're doing is dropping these blocks with these tiles, I guess, with different colored blocks in them down onto the board, and you're trying to make squares. As many squares as you can and as many combinations of tiles as you can. And as the bar moves from one side of the screen to the other, it clears them away as they've been matched. All you gotta do is prevent the blocks from hitting the top of the screen. You've got power-ups, you've got avatars to unlock, you've got all kinds of different songs. If you're into in-app purchases and things like that, this is one of the things that bumps me out. There's a lot of things you can buy, lots of music, skins, things like that. I wish they were all unlockable in some capacity, but they're not, so that's a bit of a bummer. The reason it's here is because I love this game. I love Lumines, and if you love Lumines, then you're going to be perfectly fine with a less than ideal control scheme, but on a touchscreen, it is really difficult. It's really finicky. It's tough to get the block to drop where you want it. Lumines is one of those games that has a very, very strong Tetris effect, and it is still very much present. Such a great game. Quite expensive, coming in at $10, but you can find it on sale when there are price drops, when there's holiday sales, things like that. You can definitely find it for less. It's a bit steep, but again, super, super so much fun. Next title we're going to talk about is Deus Ex Go. I enjoy the lore of Deus Ex, but I've never actually played through a game. So Deus Ex Go kind of scratches the itch for the lore, which is this very transhumanist, futurist perspective. Cyborgs, the creative around Deus Ex, I find really cool and really entertaining. But Deus Ex Go is not a first-person shooter. It's not a story-driven game. It's a puzzle game. And I gotta say, some of the puzzles are really quite obtuse. They're tough to get through. This game is difficult. This game is really difficult. But it does a really good job of encapsulating the Deus Ex look, feel, and sort of creative of what you're trying to do as the character. It still feels a little stealthy, I guess is what I'm trying to say, really. You have to make your way from one end of the map to the other, taking one step at a time, doing things like hacking turrets, hacking paths you can take, turning invisible to avoid bad guys. Your encounters with the bad guys are just one encounter at a time, and a win-lose situation. If you sneak up on the bad guy, then you take them out. But if they get the jump on you, they take you out, and one hit is all it takes. Beyond actually having to pay the $5 for it, or a little less if you can find it on sale, I got it for $1. You can find it for $1 pretty frequently, multiple times a year, so if you haven't picked it up yet and you're looking to save a little bit on that, you can definitely do it. You can pay for other things too, like undos. You can pay for solutions to puzzles, and a few other things are little like loot crates and stuff in it too that do feel a little bit shitty. Like it's a Square Enix game that you pay for. Give me a way to unlock all of the content. It's easy to pick up and play, but it's incredibly, incredibly difficult to master. You really got to be comfortable with sitting on a level for a little while and really stopping and thinking, being analytical about what move you're going to make and when, because if you make one small mistake, you're going to use up an undo, and those can go pretty fast. if you're playing kind of willy-nilly, you really do kind of have to premeditate every move, and that's kind of where the Deus Ex feel kind of comes in for me. The visuals are phenomenal. The sound design is phenomenal. I think it's an overall really great, solid, strong game with good creative at a reasonable price. I wish that everything in it were unlockable, but c'est la vie. Great game. Go and pick it up. Just be fully aware. Difficulty is very, very high in Deus Ex Go. But if that's up your alley, you're going to have a good time. Finally, last but not least, wow, what a game this is. This is a game called Her Story. I've not beaten it yet. I only started playing it a day ago, but it grabbed me. It costs $5. It is an indie developer based on a true story, and I don't know if they got an actress to do this, but they have video of all of these witness interviews from a police case, which this is the true life part. Supposedly this is a real case that actually happened. And all of these interviews are are all from one person's perspective. This woman whose husband or whose significant other, I don't want to give any spoilers away because this is part of the magic of this game, is discovering the intricacies of the relationship she had with the deceased. If you watch Sherlock, you're gonna love this game. You're gonna feel like Sherlock. The interface is so stupid simple, and the creative around it, even though it's really small and subtle, is really, really strong. You're a cop, you sit down at a computer, and all you're doing is searching terms. They indexed all of these old video interviews, but they happen to also be transcribed. So they have subtitles, or closed captioning anyway, on them, and all of the interviews have been indexed by the closed caption, so you can search for a particular term and see where that term pops up. You can even search by phrase, and the idea is there's this huge database, this like unsolved mystery, and it's your job to watch these videos, find the right information. For example, I found out that there was this girl Hannah involved that I didn't even know about yet. So now I'm on this trail trying to figure out what Hannah's involvement might have been. The means for progression is unlike I've ever seen, really, certainly on a mobile game. I think other games have been this adventurous before, but this one is really something else. It's really something else. I'm really impressed with if this is a performance, I'm really impressed with the performance. The actor's performance in here is just fantastic. This is one of the games that I love, that I think blurs the line between a movie and a game. Like Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, games like that, I think are really fascinating. We're moving towards a place where, I mean, we all watch each other play games. You guys watch me stream games, right? So games are a means of storytelling. It's part of media, it's part of content consumption in this day and age, and this game blurs the line for me between a movie and a game. It's somewhere in between, and I just have been having so much fun just digging deeper and deeper. If you like Making a Murderer, if you've seen like the documentary Amanda Knox, if you've seen The Jinx, if you just like crime and drama and you want to feel like a detective, man, Her Story is a fantastic, fantastic pickup. Okay, that's all the games that I've got for you right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled here for more videos like this one. Stream has been doing really well. I've been having a great time cranking out content for you guys. Thank you guys all so much for the kindness, for the compassion, for the patience, and for hanging out with me. You can hit like if you enjoy the kinds of things that I say and show you. You can hit subscribe if you want to see more of them on a more regular basis. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Be kind to one another, and I will catch you in the next video.